It's October! I have a chest infection. I'm going pumpkin picking tonight, which means I have to make a skirt in 6 hours. Let's go. A few months ago I bought this fabric with every intention of making a autumnal skirt to do wonderful autumnal things and film it for your viewing pleasure. Last week we actually booked in to go pumpkin picking and I completely forgot about it until this morning. We're leaving at 5:30. It's 11:30 now, so that gives me about 5 hours to get this done, lining and everything all ready to go to wear there tonight. Let's go! So it's already 12:30 and all I've done is lengthen the pattern because I realised that while I printed off the pattern, I hadn't printed off the instructions. So I've been sort of panicking trying to find someone who can give me the instructions, been in touch with Wildflower Designs, who are the people who created this pattern, to see if anyone has or can resend me the download link because mine expired basically. I'm going to try my best to get this all cut out by looking at what's on there and hope for the best. That's all I can really do. And hope that by the time I've cut everything out, someone has the instructions for me or Wildflower has actually seen and are sending me a reprint. So fingers crossed. Is now 1:45. I have everything cut out based on what was said on it. Still no instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatline what I have because the fabric that I bought, the tartan, is quite thin. So I bought this basically polyester lining to do it. So I'm going to flatline that and see where we go from there. So we're at 3 o'clock. I need to sew the skirt pieces together, but I've had a sit and a think and a look at the pieces for the waistbands and found a picture from their call for trials for pattern testers, and I think I figured out how it goes together. So I'm going to sew these pieces together and then get to work on the waistbands and hope for the best, really. I have 2 hours. I'm feeling pretty confident I can do it. So I just went to put the waistband on and I realised it wasn't fitting because the pockets form a part of the skirt. So I've just pinned them together now, ready to stitch up. I've left the straight side blank because I think that's going to go and make up the gap in the skirt that doesn't have connection to the front of the skirt. It'll make sense, I promise. And then attach front to back and then do the main waistband. And then all I need to do is eyelets and then I'm done. Oh, and hem it. How much time have I got? An hour. All right, let's go. So it's 5:15. It's mostly done. It's not been hemmed. I've rushed a few bits, but I think it's wearable. So I'm just going to put it on now and off we go. In short, it's a mess. Am I happy with it? No. Am I glad I did it? Also no. Am I proud of myself for getting it finished in less than 6 hours without instructions? Yeah, I'd say so. Honestly, with the short time frame and the rush, there is only so much neatness I can expect, and despite everything, I do think it looks quite nice when viewed from a distance. This right now is actually being filmed a couple weeks after the fact, so I've had a bit more time to get a few bits sorted, like binding the pockets and adding a few extra eyelets. Even with that done, I'm still not best pleased. I don't think it's something I'm going to be wearing in future. I have been sort of calling it my scarecrow skirt in sort of jest, so maybe in future it'll be an idea for costume or something like that I can base it off. If not, push comes to shove, I can just scrap the materials and use it for something else. I'm not too heartbroken by the loss of materials, as they were only a couple of quid per metre, which is probably not the best, most environmentally thing to say, but I'm trying to see the positive. I'm trying to get the silver linings out of this, really. All in all, I am glad that I could say I've done it, and I had so much fun at the pumpkin picking and fair, and it was just a really good fun evening. And I'm happy that I get to banish this now to a far corner of my mind and not thinking about it again. Thank you so much to Wildflower Designs for getting back to me with the instructions eventually. I've now had a look at them and I realised I wasn't too far off, but there were a few essential items that I didn't quite get right, as there was a lot of guesswork. I think that is actually what's contributing to my dislike of it, but I'm definitely going to give the pattern a try again, whilst not putting myself under so much pressure. As for you, I'd really appreciate it if you could comment or like on my video, let me know what you think of it, whether you like it more than I do. My videos don't get released very often, as I do them sort of as and when I feel the urge to do a project. If you want to know when that happens, you can subscribe and turn on post notifications. In the meantime, you can follow me on my Instagram, where you'll get a little bit of an idea of what's going on in my life and what I'm making, if I'm making anything at all. And I play all sorts of little silly games in my stories as well, if you want to join in on those. But thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a spooky Halloween.